What's going on, guys? So I got a few questions about what I do now stretching before working out. I kind of incorporated this before, but definitely not enough. So now every time I hit the gym before I warm up and go on a treadmill or whatever, I do these stretches, and then I do them after as well. So I'll kind of try to give you a condensed version. Obviously I'm not going to do the stretches as long as I would, but I learned a lot of these stretches actually in a speed camp that I did in high school. I start going pretty much as wide as I can, which this is about it, and I first go in the middle and just basically try to touch my elbows to the floor, which I'm nowhere near, doing, being able to do it, but I'm sure a lot of you guys could. And then I just move over to the left side, and each stretch I probably hold for like 15 to 20 seconds. And then go to the right, and I'm basically just, trying to touch my nose to my knee, which will never happen, but, we can all have goals. And then from there, I actually go to the floor. I'll actually like crawl back and drop, but I don't really have the room here. So then I'll just do this regular stretch. Buddy here is going to help me out, keep me motivated. Give me a shower when I need it. Thanks, buddy. So I hold that, like I said, for about 15-20 seconds, switch, do the other side. And seriously, when I started, I was more like that. So even if you're not at the point where you can be even here, that's okay. It really doesn't actually take long if you're consistent with it. And then I move on to butterflies. Now I've seen different ways to do this, but for me what works is bringing my toes up and holding where my toes are, and then pressing down my elbows to my inner thighs. And that's how I get the best stretch, but I've seen other ways to do it. So there's probably not just one way, but for me, this works the best. Just as long as you're getting that stretch, that's kind of the point. So hold that. And then for quads, I either have my leg back like this and lean back, or I stand up, hold on to something, and with my left hand, if I'm doing my right leg, I grab and do the jogger stretch. I'm sure you guys have seen this one before. And obviously vice versa. But I notice a lot better of a stretch, and I can include stretching my calf if I hold it with the opposite hand. So, and then here's two specific ones that I wanted to show you guys, and I don't think I've showed you before. And this is specifically for lower back, and it's not exactly stretching your lower back, but what it's doing is stretching areas that often cause lower back pain because they're tight. So like your hips, and we stretch our hamstrings, but I have one in particular, and let me grab, you can grab a towel, you can grab, I don't know, whatever you have, a jump rope, something that kind of just stretches, or at least will be able to hold your foot. It doesn't necessarily have to stretch. But what I do is go down and then pull up and basically just push up on whatever you're holding your foot with as hard as you can. And that stretches it a lot more than even the stretches I was doing before. So I'll always do this once I feel my hamstrings are like warmed up enough to be able to do this one, because this one stretches it by far the most. So same thing, and obviously this is like kind of a smaller towel. You probably want something bigger, but whatever gets it done. So even after doing this, a lot of times, just throughout the day, I'll have lower back pain, and I'll just do this somewhere, like middle of the mall or whatever, wherever you want to do it, and the pain goes away. So I'm really thankful for learning that stretch. So if you guys have back pain, try it out. And then the last one is actually, I don't know why I got up, because it's also on the ground. And what you're going to do is I start with my left, put my left foot on top of my right thigh, and then I put my hands behind my right thigh, and what I'm doing is pressing my elbow to push my left leg out, and then I'm also bringing my right knee towards me as hard as I can. And what this is doing is stretching your hip, and you should feel it pretty much right here. And you would think, okay, why is this really helping my lower back? But it does wonders once your hips, because my hips, they tighten up really, really easy. I noticed that playing football back in high school, but I never really knew how to take care of it. That's about it. I have more, but I want to make this video somewhat short. So for now, just try those out. I do those every day before lifting, making it a big priority just as much as weights. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if you have some stretches to bring to the table, make a response video. Help for thought. See you guys next time. Joe, peace. That'll work. Cut some of the fat, but thanks, bro.